Joining us now is Nevada Congresswoman Susie Lee, who serves on the Gun Violence Prevention Task Force. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining me. I know you just flew into Las Vegas a few hours ago. You were up here on Capitol Hill dealing with everything that's happening in terms of the negotiations around the supplemental and everything else. But you did get a chance to speak to some of the people on the ground in the state that you represent. What are they telling you, and what was it like what they went through?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me, Ryan. This is a community that is devastated one more time by gun violence. Like so many communities across this country, this is the 631st mass shooting in our country this year alone. I had an opportunity to talk to President Keith Whitfield. Clearly, there's a lot of concern about the mental health of the students and faculty, a lot of appreciation to the first responders, the university police, as well as Metro and the FBI, who were, quick response and honestly prevented so much more senseless death as a result of this. So there's appreciation, there's frustration, and obviously, more importantly, just concern for these students in this community to heal at this time. Concern about, are we even going to open up for finals, which are supposed to be next week? So a lot to take in and a lot to deal with this community to help us heal once again from a tragic mass shooting. And obviously, as you can imagine, a lot of frustration.
Yeah, let's dive into those statistics a little bit. You mentioned one of them. There have been 630 mass shootings in the U.S. this year. That's a new record. 38 mass killings, and nearly 40,000 people have died in shootings this year in America alone. Yet just this week, the Senate blocked a ban on assault-style weapons and a call for universal background checks. If that can't get accomplished, and I know you've dealt with these debates a lot on Capitol Hill, is there any room for compromise as incidents like this just continue to happen over and over again?
You know, listen, as I said before, this is a club you do not want to be a part of. And sadly, with each passing day, I mean, almost 2 mass shootings a day, communities across this country are going to be confronted with this type of violence. And as you know, elections have consequences. And for those people who are not willing to take these common sense measures, as you know, we've brought 4 discharge petitions to the floor of the House. We just need 218 members to sign these to pass this legislation, whether you're talking about the Background Checks Act, closing the Charleston loophole, assault weapons ban, even Ethan's Law, just safe storage. These are simple, common sense steps that we can take. And I believe that across this country, there is frustration. And I hope that Americans express that frustration at the ballot box and elect people who are going to take steps to keep them and their families safe.
All right, Congresswoman Susie Lee, your community still reeling from that awful mass shooting in 2017, now having to deal with it all over again. We appreciate you being here. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for having me.